I'm Sam.
I'm Ashlyn.
I'm Hillary.
I'm David.
And we're the Good News Pod.
Welcome back to the Good News Pod, where we talk about the people, places, and activities of Goodwill Southeast Georgia. And welcome to episode 4.
Wow. Crazy.
We started this journey back in May. Now we're already reaching the end of summer. We talked a little bit about back to school in the last episode, and now we've got a whole lot going on going into the end of summer, moving into the fall. So let's talk about some of the cool Goodwill happenings that are going on right now.
Yeah, not only are we celebrating Richmond Hill being our 6th Opportunity Center, but we're also opening our 3rd Bit of Blue boutique. I think my favorite is the little toys, I have to be honest, the ones that we have at the bottom of the racks. They're just so small. It's just small.
They are. They're very tiny. I think it's really the whole concept of the Bit of Blue as a children's curated thrift boutique is really exciting to have that in store, and it's kind of building up that next generation of thrifter.
Gotta start them young.
That's right.
Got a generation to protect.
And the whole store as a whole has a fantastic look, and that is all thanks to this gentleman sitting right across from me. David, what was it like kind of working on this branding project?
It was so much fun. I mean, it's been a long time coming. We started talking about this project at least around this time last year. So it's been a lot of fun working with all of the teams involved, from the Opportunity Center teams to the retail teams and even in our internal construction crew and all that. It was really fun seeing everything come together. Every time I stopped by the store to check in on the progress, it was like different every single time. So it was fun watching all the progress come to life. Bit of Blue is fully operating. The Opportunity Center is fully open, so it's been a lot of fun seeing it go from start to finish.
Is there a piece or an aspect of it that stands out to you or is your favorite?
I love all of the signs that we put on the A-tracks. I think they just look really good, and they remind shoppers of what our mission is at the end of the day. They're thrifting, but behind the scenes we have a huge mission that we're trying to accomplish with their donations and purchases. So,
Nice.
yeah.
I can't wait to see it all come together now that we've seen it in pieces, but to have it be the final version is going to be exciting.
Yeah, and we don't want to understate the Opportunity Center is a huge part of this. Like Sam mentioned earlier, it's our 6th one. It allows us to expand into a really kind of bustling and growing part of our region right now. We're also looking at, like we said, going back to school, and something else that we just recently have been working on is our teacher book giveaway.
This is one of my favorite things that we do every year. Books are a huge part of my home. I have a goal of reading 52 books this year. I'm already at 32, so they are a huge part of what we do, but we also fully understand the value of books in the classroom, and that some of our students during that summer months when they're away from school, they don't have access to books, or they don't have access to educational opportunities, which in turn kind of puts them behind at the beginning of the year. And we also know that our teachers invest not just their time and energy into their classrooms, but their money. So every year we use this as an opportunity for us to say thank you to those people who are building our next generation of leaders and learners by giving away free books to anyone who's working within the school system, whether you're an educator, you're a paraprofessional, you are an admin. We want you to have access to something. It's just a little way to say thank you.
Yeah, and I found some interesting statistics as well as we were kind of preparing for this event. Hillary, what you said earlier about schools really being a key access point for students to interact with books. I found something from the U.S. Department of Education that 45% of students don't have a library, a bookstore, or other way to kind of interact with books outside of school. So it really goes back to our mission and education really being a key part of that. And this is a great way that we deliver on that.
Yes, and also just providing access to books in our store at a really reasonable cost. I mean, your reading level by grade 3 is a prediction of graduation rate. And so we want to make sure that we are setting our teachers up for success, we're setting kids up for success, and we're passing along that access through this event and just through our stores as well.
Yeah, and we've had kind of some fun interactions earlier this year. I know all of us on this table took part in the Read United event, and that was really cool to kind of be in those classrooms and see how the kids interacted.
But going in there and having these kids be excited for someone to read to them because they're getting to get a new book that they haven't, was honestly not only humbling, but very, I don't know, it brought joy to, being back in that situation where I was excited to get a new book and read it and have someone read to me.
Sharing a story is a lot. That's my favorite part of the bedtime routine. Followed by the going to sleep.
That's so funny. Well, if you did happen to miss that event for us this year, that is an annual event for us. So make sure to keep an eye out for that again in the future. And then finally, the last thing we're coming up on, one of our favorite holidays of the year, along with Halloween, which we're not quite to that one yet. So that's a teaser for what's coming up. But the closer one for us right now is National Thrift Shop Day on August 17th.
This is the day. We use this as such a great opportunity to not just celebrate the act of thrifting, but really to talk about sustainability and all that your secondhand shopping and donating to the cause really helps in terms of sustainability and truly making an impact outside of just keeping things out of a landfill, but changing lives. So those jeans are not just jeans that don't fit you anymore, but those jeans turn into jobs here at Goodwill, and that's why we love celebrating National Thrift Shop Day and doing something very fun on National Thrift Shop Day this year. Anybody want to say what it is?
Yeah, so we're hosting our annual thrift crawl.
Yes.
This is actually my first time being a part of the Goodwill team and the thrift crawl, and we're traveling to 3 different stores, and we're going to be on a big bus, and it's just going to be a full day of showing people not only behind the scenes, but letting them thrift at 3 different locations that they might not go to on a regular basis, and kind of showing people the scope of Goodwill, like I said, from behind the scenes, and really showing them the process from beginning to end.
So, Ashlyn and David, you guys have been on a thrift crawl before. How would you describe that? I think not everybody necessarily understands or knows what a thrift crawl is.
They're so much fun, and just the energy that those thrifters have bright and early in the morning, ready to shop the day away. It's a lot of fun to be a part of. And I mean, even the last thrift call that we did, we've made some really great connections and really great relationships with some of the shoppers that joined us that'll be joining us again. So
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Definitely. I feel like electric would be the word for the room. Like, honestly, we're talking about walking in at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. The energy level that you get from this group is like, you would think that we're getting ready to go out and do something at 8 p.m., not 8 a.m. I mean, it's a really great group. They are so passionate about thrifting and what they do, but it's also great to kind of make the connection for them, if they didn't know already, the mission of Goodwill. And some of the folks who are on this trip, like David said, are, long time, they kind of go around with us wherever we go, but it's really fun to develop those relationships and just really see these Goodwill fans. And they've really become great advocates for us in the community as well, again, helping to make those connections and just to continue to educate about what we do.
I agree. I think that's the best part. You have a group of individuals who gets the thrifting movement, but then they walk away from that whole morning or really day, several hours. That whole experience having a much better understanding of that cycle of good that we talk about all the time. And I think having that time to kind of connect with them, learn more about our shoppers, and share a little bit more about the good behind Goodwill is one of my favorite things. And this is our 3rd annual August thrift crawl. So this kind of began on a Thursday night several years ago, and it's morphed into this really great weekend extravaganza.
Well, as you can see, things are not slowing down for this crew. As you may have guessed, they never really do, which is good for you, too, because there's a lot of fun stuff to talk about. But now we're kind of transitioning to kind of something that will kind of change the pod a little bit going forward. So I'll let David take it away because it's really his news to share.
Yeah, so this will be my last day as co-host on the Good News Pod since I have accepted a new job offer. So I will be moving on from Goodwill, but I will be starting a job at Hyundai here in Savannah. So I'm really excited for this opportunity. I'll be joining their internal employee relations team as content and communications specialist.
You're so lucky.
Thank
Yes.
you.
That's so exciting.
We are so excited for
Yeah.
you, David. We're going to miss you a lot, but we are so excited for this
Thank
next
you.
step for you.
So during your time here, we have put you through a gamut of lots of different projects and fun, exciting adventures. So when you're looking back as you're preparing for this new job, do you have some favorites or some memorable moments you can share with us?
I'm glad that you asked. So one thing that has been really impactful for me is just the fact that I have been working on a company that is more than just a retail store, is working for a company that has a greater mission behind it. So our mission to transfer lives through the power of work, getting to see that come firsthand and helping bring that mission to life, it's been really fun to witness. And so I know that by leaving here and working here, I've made a real, genuine impact in my community.
That's awesome.
Oh no.
Can we keep it together?
Yes.
Should have been the
Yes,
name
we
of this
can.
segment.
One of the most exciting parts about my role has been the creative freedom that I was given pretty much since day one. I've pretty much worked my way up to being the lead graphic designer, so just being able to create that design standard and that new look for the brand moving forward. Being a part of working on some really cool projects like helping develop the brand for the Vault and the Richmond Hill project. Just the creativity that I've been able to use and create has been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. You left an indelible mark across everything.
Yes,
I think that's
truly.
so cool.
Yeah, even after I leave, I know that when I go shopping at any store or at the Vault or at Richmond Hill, I know that I can see my work still on display and still within the store. Yeah.
You put a nice, really strong visual component to what we've done, and that complements our messaging so well.
Yep. And then finally, I'm walking away with some really awesome memories that I will cherish pretty much forever, especially with this small but mighty marketing team. We've accomplished a lot together, and we've shared so many laughs along the way. So
So many.
So many laughs. At awkward moments or at times where you should not be laughing, we've definitely had a lot of those. But as the marketing team, we support pretty much every department in the organization. So just being able to collaborate with pretty much the entire organization, they all have their goals, and us being the team that helps them accomplish and crush their goals, that's been really great to be a part of. But yeah, it's been an honor and a privilege to be a part of a really supportive and dynamic team.
We feel the very same way.
Absolutely.
Your impact is it's far greater than I think you may know, but we're so excited for you because we know that you're going to shine wherever you go, and we're just so glad that we were a part of your journey, and you've left such a mark, so we count ourselves pretty lucky to have you on this mighty marketing team.
Thank you.
So thank you for all of your effort.
David, you have been a key part of that and a key part of the reason that this whole team has gelled together so well. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I'm still sorry. Well, I guess I can't keep saying I'm new. I mean, at what point, am I old? But
Soon.
It's been crazy to come in and join the team, and you don't really find a good group to work with all the time, and we are really gonna miss you. From the stickers and the sip-in shops and, like you said, the laughs that we have that no one really knows about because we do so much. Yeah, you're really going to be missed. And
Thank you.
But we know that this is such a cool next step, so we're also very excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of new members,
You're not going to be the new guy anymore, Sam.
I know, it's going to be weird. I'm so used to, being able to say I'm the new guy, and now I guess I am the old guy because we have a brand new member to the Goodwill team.
That's right. The new kid on the block, Mr. Good Willy. So you'll get the chance to hear from him.
Let's dive in and see who Good Willy is.
Hi, I'm Mallory. I'm going to be the one interviewing you today. How
Hi,
are you
Mallory.
guys?
Good. How are you today?
Good. I'm so glad to meet you guys. And your name is
I'm Tara Fisher.
fantastic. And your name is
This is Good Willy.
Hi, Good Willy. So I just have a few questions for you. So my first question is always going to be, why do you want to work for Goodwill Southeast Georgia, and what do you know about our organization?
Okay. All right. Well, the reason why Goodwill wants to come work for Goodwill Southeast Georgia is because he really believes in our mission. He wants to meet people where they are to get them to where they want to be. He really wants to work on transforming lives.
That is a perfect answer. I'm so glad you said that. So what attracted you to this role?
Well, sorry, I'm just jumping in. All right. Well, Goodwill just told me that he is very interested in the donation warehouse experience. Lots of different experience that Goodwill has to offer, from being on high school, it was your high school team that you were on as a mascot for all 4 years. So you led everyone, you organized it, you had a lot of fun and getting everyone pumped and motivated. You also do, performing arts as well. So you do some performing arts as well. So felt that he could bring some of those skills here and create a great customer service experience for our donors that drop things off at the donation door.
That's amazing. What kind of skills did you learn in those positions that you feel like would translate well into this role?
Okay. Well, I learned numerous different skills. Well, number one, having to be a school mascot, I have to lift a lot. So I have been really working on lifting my weights and getting back in the gym and helping with that. So I know I can definitely work on lifting and getting all of that heavy equipment and furniture out so we can get that processed and out onto our sales floors quickly and efficiently. I've also learned how to be a team player as well.
All right, good, Willie. What does good customer service look like to you?
All right, good customer service for G. Willy looks like this. Always being attentive to the customer's needs, first and foremost. Greeting customers when they come in, asking them what they're looking for, what they're shopping for, really trying to get personal with them, because Good Willy really wants to make sure that their experience is memorable and they keep coming back for more.
So that being said, what are your career goals?
Okay. Well, I'm really interested in growing into a leadership position. I was wondering if there were any leadership positions that I would be able to grow in at Goodwill if I was brought on board.
So we do actually have a program. It's our store manager and training program it'd be a more in-depth interview with our hiring manager for that position, but it's definitely something that we could send his resume over and recommend you for. So it's a 12-week program that you would work directly with another one of our current store managers, and they would kind of teach you the trades of how to be a store manager in our organization and what our organization stands for in order to get you into your own store.
How does that sound, Good Willy? Something you're interested in? Good Willy definitely would be interested in that.
And then do you have any questions for me?
I would like to know what a typical day would look like for me as a donation warehouse associate.
Fantastic. So a donation warehouse associate works at our donor doors. So what they do is they greet the donors and they help them unload their vehicles and kind of sort them into the correct category where they need to go for production techs. Any other questions for me at this time?
Okay. I am good at this time. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
You as well.
Tara and Mallory, welcome back to the Good News Pod. Thanks again for joining us. Really enjoyed that fun little segment with G. Willy. It's always great to see him. But we just wanted to kind of take some time and talk through a few more points about all of what we have to offer here at Goodwill. So the first thing I'd like to start off with is kind of how do you support associate growth throughout their career and through their time here at Goodwill?
Yeah, absolutely. So we offer a lot of great opportunities here at Goodwill Southeast Georgia. Most importantly, our tuition investment program, where we can help you get a degree, earn your degree in credibility up to $2,500. First and foremost, you have to be with us for at least 6 months, and then you have that opportunity as well. So that is one of our many great opportunities that you can have by coming to work here at Goodwill Southeast Georgia.
I love that. It's not just about where you can grow within Goodwill, but really what are your future goals? Are there other programs that we have to support people who may be looking for a future, not necessarily within education, but just
Yeah, of course. So we have the Success Ambassador program, and they work with our internal talent in stores. So there will be a Success Ambassador assigned to every location. We're currently still trying to fill all those positions because it is somewhat of a new position. But they work with our internal talent to help them whatever they want to do in life. So whether it be earn a degree or go to a vocational or learn a trade or maybe even just learn how to swim. They help these people get pointed in the right direction and get signed up for those things so that they can complete all the goals that they would like to complete.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we had a chance earlier in the podcast to talk to Miss Teresa Hobson about the Success Ambassador program. So definitely check that out if you haven't had a chance to listen to that interview. And that really leads me into, we're talking about some of our leaders here at Goodwill. What is the culture like here at Goodwill? What would you say to someone, obviously we've experienced it, but to someone who's just coming in, how would you describe that?
Well, let me tell you, I just celebrated my 3-year anniversary with Goodwill.
Congratulations!
This past Friday on the 26th. So I can tell you from where I was to where I am, the culture here is just amazing. Supportive, work-life balance, making sure you're getting your self-care in. Opportunities, also want to talk more into growing and developing. Like just everyone here is very welcoming and supportive as well. Understanding of things going on in your personal life, like if you need something, they're going to be there for you. I just can't stress enough about how supportive this organization is. If you're definitely looking for somewhere that has that work-life balance, we have that here for you.
Absolutely. And I know we have what we're calling a Unity Squad. Can you just tell us a little bit about what the Unity Squad is?
So the Unity Squad is we wanted everyone to know that they are accepted, whatever culture or whatever they identify as. So what we do is we have sessions where they're like listening sessions. So everyone come in and talk about different things. There's food, music, prizes, different opportunities, and anyone can join the Unity Squad, and there is going to be a representative in each location that we have to make sure that everyone is feeling welcome.
Awesome. Benefits and lots of great culture and opportunities for growth here at Goodwill. That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely. And thanks again so much, Tara and Mallory, for coming in today on the Good News Pod. And we hope to see you back again soon. Well, it's hard to believe, but we're already at that time again. We're going to go around and share our good news moment from the past month. Goodwill style, of course. So, Sam, we'll go ahead and start with you. What's your favorite good news moment from the last month?
It would have to be designing the t-shirt for the internal leadership retreat that we had. It definitely reminded me of when I was back in high school and I got into graphic design. One of our first assignments was designing a t-shirt, so it was really cool to kind of dig back into that and design this really cool shirt that now everyone gets to wear, and I can be like, oh my gosh, I designed that.
You did a great job. I love the kind of vintagey feel, like it's a baseball style tee and it has that kind of vintage font. It was a big hit.
Good. I'm very happy that it was. I'm excited to wear it around town.
Nice job, Sam. I would have to say for mine, this is our first week without them, so it's really sad. But if you guys watched our last podcast, we had Keelan and Faith, our amazing student leaders from this summer on, and they were just, their creativity, their motivation, their leadership that they're already developing and that they have was just really amazing to see, to be quite honest. And I was really excited this year to kind of be a part of organizing and leading them. So that was a big honor, really, to work with them and kind of help them develop some skills that they wanted to work on.
And they were just a joy to work with in
really
general.
were.
Like, even coming into the office and just talking to them was the brightest part of the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. It's so refreshing almost they're so young. And they're so motivated, and it kind of gives you that sense of like, wow, like this is what the next generation's going to be. And my goodness, talent is like, feels like such a small word.
These young individuals really brought so much care and thoughtfulness into everything that they brought to us this summer through their projects, through their interactions with not just each other, but with all of us. It was really a pleasure to see people who just got it and then dove in and really made their projects unique. So well done to them. It was so impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably most excited about really introducing our newest associate, Willy. So I think the opportunities that we have with this new associate are endless, and I can't wait to see how we can kind of ingrain him in not just our team, but in our activities, and have him help us tell the Goodwill story on another fun level. And fun fact, I was a mascot in college, and so just have a little bit of a throwback there. I think it's great.
For me, I'm really excited to see how the Opportunity Center is going to affect the community. The Bryan County is booming, so there's a lot of opportunity there at the center there, and I think Harley, she rolled her sleeves up and she's right in it, and she's ready to change the community. So I'm really excited to see all the fun things to come out of that center. That is the last word from the Good News Pod. We hope we brought you a little more good to your day, and remember, keep doing good with Goodwill.